Imagine walking out your door one morning and never coming back. No goodbye, no trace, just gone. What would your family do? How long would they search? In 2025, thousands of people disappear every year, but some cases are so strange they keep detectives up at night. These aren't just stories, they are real-life mysteries that shock the world. Buckle up as we dive into the most baffling, unsolved disappearances that still haunt investigators today. You won't believe the twists. The aviator who vanished over the ocean. What if you were a famous pilot, breaking records, and then, poof, you disappear midair? That's what happened to Amelia Earhart in 1937. She was trying to fly around the world, a bold dream for a woman back then. On July 2nd, over the Pacific Ocean, her plane went silent. No crash site, no wreckage found right away. The U.S. Navy searched for weeks, but nothing. Hooks you, right? Earhart wasn't just a pilot, she was a symbol of courage. The first woman to fly solo across the Atlantic, she inspired millions. Her last recorded words, "We are running on line north and south," still send chills down the spine. Then, radio silence. Theories exploded. Did she crash and drown in the ocean's endless depths? Was she captured by Japanese soldiers and taken to a secret island? Or did she survive, living out her final days as a castaway on Nikumaroro? In 2025, investigators are still chasing leads. Advanced deep-sea drones scan the ocean floor, yet the plane stays hidden. Bones once found on the island could be hers, but tests remain debated. Her case changed aviation safety forever. Today's planes carry advanced tracking and communication systems to prevent vanishing acts. But Amelia Earhart's ghost still lingers, a reminder of how vast and unforgiving the skies and seas can be. If she could speak today, what stories would she tell? The skyjacker who jumped into legend. Picture this: a man boards a plane, hands a note to a flight attendant saying he has a bomb, demands $200,000, and then parachutes out, never to be seen again. Sound like a movie? It's real. D.B. Cooper pulled this off in 1971 over the Pacific Northwest. He hijacked Northwest Orient Flight 305, got his ransom in Portland, Oregon, then ordered the crew to fly toward Mexico. Somewhere in Washington's wilderness, he opened the rear stairs at 10,000 feet, strapped on a parachute, and leapt into the freezing night. The image sticks in your mind: a calm man in a suit, drinking bourbon and smoking a cigarette before disappearing into storm clouds. The FBI scoured the forest for years, but no Cooper. In 1980, a boy camping by the Columbia River found $5,800 in decaying bills, part of the ransom. Still, no body, no parachute, no man. Some say he died in the fall. Others believe he was a skilled paratrooper who escaped and melted into society. In 2025, amateur sleuths used modern DNA tech on a Thai Cooper left behind, finding aerospace particles that hint he worked in aircraft manufacturing. Could he have been an insider with knowledge of planes? The FBI officially closed the case, but the legend refuses to die. Every year, new suspects surface, from war veterans to pilots. Festivals even celebrate him, and the haunting question lingers: what if he's still out there, an old man laughing at us all? The union boss buried in secrets? Ever heard of a powerful man vanishing after lunch? Jimmy Hoffa, the infamous Teamsters union leader, disappeared in 1975 outside a Detroit restaurant. He was meeting mobsters that day. His car was found abandoned, keys still in the ignition. Hoffa, one of America's most influential men, was simply gone. Hoffa was no ordinary labor leader. He fought for workers, yes, but his ties to organized crime made him enemies everywhere. Some loved him, others wanted him silenced. Theories about his fate are as wild as they are chilling. Buried beneath Giants Stadium, dissolved in acid. Over the years, the FBI has dug up farms, ripped up barn floors, and scanned lakes with radar. Still nothing. Even in 2025, tips keep surfacing, often from aging mobsters with nothing to lose. Yet no body has ever been found. Bloodstains tested over the years proved inconclusive. His son, James Hoffa Jr., still longs for answers. The case haunts investigators because Hoffa wasn't just a victim. He was a man entangled in dangerous webs of power. His disappearance symbolizes the shadowy world where politics, labor, and the mafia collided. The ground may hold secrets, but to this day, it refuses to speak. The toddler, taken from paradise. What if your child vanished from your vacation apartment while you dined nearby? That's the nightmare Kate and Jerry McCann lived in 2007 when their 3-year-old daughter, Madeleine, disappeared from a Portuguese resort. The window was open, her bed empty. The story exploded worldwide. Media swarmed. Donations poured in. Everyone had a theory. Was she kidnapped by traffickers? Did someone in the resort see an opportunity? Or was it a tragic accident covered up? In 2020, a new suspect emerged. Christian Brückner, a convicted rapist who lived near the resort in a camper van. He boasted in disturbing emails about crimes. Yet as of 2025, even with police searches in Portugal's reservoirs and fresh evidence, no charges for Madeleine's disappearance have stuck. Madeleine would be 22 years old today. Age-progressed images of her circulate, showing what she might look like as a young woman. The case has changed international laws on child safety, but it remains an open wound. The silence of that night still echoes louder than any headline. The med student who evaporated. Imagine security cameras capturing you walking into a bar, but never leaving. That's what happened to 27-year-old medical student Brian Shaffer in Columbus, Ohio, in 2006. He was seen on Cctv entering ugly Tuna saloon with friends. Later, cameras caught him chatting with women outside before heading back in. And then, nothing. No footage of him leaving, no body, no trace. Investigators combed every corner. Stairwells, construction zones, even dumpsters. No sign. His phone rang months later, pinging off towers. But experts argued it was a glitch. His girlfriend kept calling, hoping. His family searched relentlessly. Was it foul play? Suicide? A planned disappearance? The mystery deepens with every passing year. In 2025, amateur sleuths still pore over the grainy footage, convinced there must be a hidden exit. The midnight call that ended in silence. Picture calling your dad after your car gets stuck, chatting for nearly an hour, and then shouting, "Oh shit," before the line goes dead. That was the last anyone heard from 19-year-old Brandon Swanson in 2008. After a college party, Brandon drove into a ditch in rural Minnesota. He called his parents for help, saying he was walking toward town lights. His dad stayed on the phone as Brandon wandered fields in the dark. Then came the final outburst in silence. Search teams scoured 120 square miles with dogs and helicopters. No body, no belongings. His glasses, wallet, and keys were left in the car. Some think he fell into a river, though it was searched thoroughly. Others believe foul play struck. In his honor, Brandon's law was passed, requiring police to act quickly when adults vanish under suspicious circumstances. Yet his parents are still left wondering what swallowed their son that night. The fields keep their secret. The little girl who walked into rain. Imagine being just 9 years old, lying awake in bed while a storm rages outside. Rain lashes the windows, thunder shakes the house, and instead of hiding under the covers, you quietly pack a book bag, slip on your sneakers, and walk out the door into the darkness. That's exactly what Asha Degree did on Valentine's Day 2000 in Shelby, North Carolina. Truck drivers later recalled seeing her trudging along Highway 18 in the pouring rain, a tiny figure against the black night. One even remembered her suddenly bolting into the woods. For 2 days, searchers combed fields and forests. Then a shocking clue surfaced. Asha's backpack, found a year later, buried at a construction site miles away. Inside were her school supplies and a photo of a girl no one could identify. Why would Asha leave? She wasn't a runaway type. She was a shy, church-going student with no internet, no cell phone, and no reason to flee. Some investigators suspect someone may have lured her, maybe a trusted adult. Others think she planned the walk but crossed paths with the wrong person. Now, in 2025, the mystery still burns. The FBI continues to issue warrants and chase tips. Her family refuses to give up hope, and her story haunts anyone who hears it. On what would have been her 35th birthday, one question lingers like an open wound. Did Asha run towards something or into the arms of a predator? The airport sprint to nowhere. CCTV footage shows it all. A man dropping his luggage, sprinting through an airport, vaulting a fence and disappearing into the woods. That man was 28-year-old German tourist Lars Mittank in 2014. He had gotten into a fight on vacation in Bulgaria, leaving him with an ear injury. The day of his flight, he called his mother, terrified, claiming strange men were after him. At the airport, he visited the doctor, then bolted. Despite massive searches, no trace of him has ever been found. Theories range from psychotic break due to head trauma, to drugging, to actual pursuit by criminals. Fake news articles constantly claim his case is solved, but in 2025, his family confirms the truth. Lars is still missing. That final video clip of him running haunts viewers. What fear drove him? Who or what was he fleeing? The plane that swallowed 239 souls. Some vanishings involve not just one person, but hundreds. Malaysia Airlines flight MH370 took off in 2014 with 239 passengers. Hours later, it vanished from radar, veering off course before disappearing into the Indian Ocean. Despite years of searching, only a few pieces of debris have washed ashore on distant beaches. No main wreckage, no flight recorders, no bodies. Theories swirl endlessly. A pilot's suicide, hijacking, fire, even secret military involvement. In 2025, search company Ocean Infinity resumes the hunt with new technology, pledging $70 million if they succeed. Families wait in agony, begging for answers. The disappearance of MH370 is one of the greatest mysteries in aviation. A giant jet swallowed by the ocean, leaving investigators with haunting silence. In conclusion, these disappearances shock us because they're real. They involve ordinary people, children, students, leaders, who stepped out of view and were never seen again. Yet these cases remain unsolved, mocking human progress. They remind us that the world is bigger, darker, and stranger than we want to believe. They pull us in because we crave answers, and because we see ourselves in the victims. Every missing person leaves a story unfinished, a chapter torn out of life's book. Will tomorrow bring a breakthrough? Maybe. But until then, the mysteries linger, haunting investigators and capturing our imagination. If you found this video helpful, tap the bell for more videos. Leave your thoughts in the comments, and thank you for watching.